The escalating conflict between Israel and Hezbollah has taken a devastating toll on the Lebanese civilians as airstrikes bombard Lebanon and aid struggles to reach those in need. Families across Lebanon are facing unimaginable loss and uncertainty. Washington has assured Beirut that Israel will be reducing its assault. Lebanese government officials claim at least 22 civilians, mostly women and children, lost their lives in an Israeli airstrike on the northern town of Aitun. With this, the death toll has risen to 41 in just the last 24 hours, according to the Lebanese government. The strike targeted a house sheltering displaced families who had fled violence in southern Lebanon. Rescue workers spent hours sifting through the rubble, pulling out the dead and injured as the death toll continues to rise.
Everything is gone. The clothes, savings, personal belongings, my gold, everything. Nothing was found. Everything went under the rubble. There is nothing.
Working here close to the strike. When the strike happened, we ran to the place where the strike happened, since we were in the area. And we started pulling the wounded and putting them aside. May God help the people wounded on the ground, with martyrs and those killed.
Israel is expanding its airstrikes with targets across southern Lebanon, Beirut and the Bekaa Valley. According to the Lebanese government, over 2,300 Lebanese have died in the conflict, most of them civilians. More than 1.2 million people have been displaced, forced to flee their homes.
That in a country of that size, which is relatively small, and a population that's estimated around 5 million people, you can imagine how dramatic it is that over 1 million people are now without shelter and on the move. Or not rather without shelter, because they are being housed in collective centres, but are being forced to flee their homes in search of safety.
The Lebanese Prime Minister says that the Biden administration has assured him that Israel will reduce its strikes on Beirut. Prime Minister Najib Mikati adds that international efforts are still underway to reach a ceasefire. On the ground, people are struggling to get aid. Humanitarian groups say that supplies remain critically low. The Red Cross in Lebanon has reported barriers to transporting goods into the country, compounding the suffering of those caught in the conflict. The Israeli government maintains that its military campaign aims to secure the return of northern Israeli residents forced to flee Hezbollah's rocket attacks. However, the UN and human rights groups have expressed grave concerns over the proportionality of Israel's response.